Alright, I finished putting all the dots on the sides, and you can see we have this is the first side in frame 1 that we completed together. That's 1 dot, and then of course frame 2, 2 dots, frame 3, 3 dots, frame 4, 4 dots, 5, 6. And you'll also notice that on each of the frames I made the other sides have a different number of dots as well, so it really doesn't matter which side you're looking at, you'll get a different number. Okay, so we have the frames, the first 6 frames of our animation, but we're going to want to extend it out a little farther. So we'll come out to frame 12 and we'll press F5. Okay, and that will give us our last image for 6 frames, but that's not exactly what we want. So let's come to frame 7 on the dots layer and right click, insert blank keyframe. Okay, and actually what we're going to want to do on this layer is take the first 6 frames here, right click, copy them, and then paste them in, so that what we have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again. Now the difference between these is what's going to happen up on the action layer. And let's start by opening up the actions layer by pressing F9. And you can see I have it on frame 1, and we're going to put in stop, open parentheses, close parentheses, and semicolon. F9. Okay. So basically what that's going to say is don't move off of frame 1. And we're going to repeat that. F6, 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 F6. So for the first 6 frames we're going to have that same layer of actions. So let's just copy this frame, frame 1, and paste it in frame 2, paste it in frame 3, paste it in frame 4, paste it in frame 5, and paste it in frame 6. So if we open it up again, it says stop. So when we call this object, because we're gonna take this entire animation and put it inside a symbol, when we call that symbol later, it's going to stop on each one of these frames as we tell it to go to them. Now we need one more keyframe, and that's the last frame of the actions layer. Press F6 to open up keyframe, F9 to open up the actions layer, and what we're going to put in here is go to and stop. Go to and play 7. Press F9 to close that, and right here that's where we put the go to and play 7. So what it means is when the animation gets to frame 12, it's going to read that and go back to frame 7, and it's just going to keep looping through here, and that's the part that's going to look like the rolling die. Okay, now that we have all of that, let's go ahead and grab all of our frames, copy them, and we're going to press Control F8 to create a new symbol, and we're going to call this movie clip die roll. And that's not going to be a graphic, it's going to be a movie clip, and we're going to say OK. Come here to the first frame on layer 1, right click, paste frames. Okay, so we have the entire thing all in this symbol right here. Now let's go back to our main stage, scene 1, and we're going to erase everything that's here. Delete the excess layers, unlock this, press F6 to give ourselves a blank keyframe, and we'll just call this main. Okay, and we'll put in our animation. Come to properties, give it an instance name.